I lost essentially 10 kilos. 11 actually. It actually works without feeling any hunger. It's healthy, it's sustainable, easy, effective, like it works.
First of all, Thomas, thanks for taking the time. We have a milestone to celebrate. What's the milestone that we're celebrating?
I lost essentially 10 kilos, and I have here my little award to celebrate that. You can see it in the
Sick.
background. Yeah, so 10 kilos lost. 11 actually. 11 since yesterday.
Congrats,
Yeah, so
epic.
cool.
And the trophy also received. Really, really cool. What was the problem that you've had before you discovered the program?
Over the years, particularly since COVID, I would say mainly when I stopped doing rugby, which was the sport I was doing, I started putting on weight. And then, then I had two kids now, and, that means less free time to do sports, also less free time to take the time to cook and eat properly and so on, and the work and so on. And I remember after my son was born, I did a keto regime, and I lost like 16 kilos. I mean, it worked very, very well. I mean, very fast. I thought I lost like 16 kilograms in like 4 months. But then after that, I mean, it slowly started coming back. Very quickly realized that, it's not sustainable. It's obviously not sustainable in terms of you cannot do keto forever. And it was obviously not sustainable in the sense that, okay, you do keto, you lose the weight, but then if you change nothing else, then you just put it back on. The problem is you get bored with the limited amount of food you can eat. It's also very expensive because you're buying a lot of proteins. And I mean, honestly, and I knew that from the get-go already that, high fat and high protein regime was not going to be good for my body in the long run.
What made you realize that the keto approach wasn't something that you can do infinitely or like into the future?
It's such a strict regime that it's very difficult to combine that with either having lunch at work in a canteen and a restaurant. You can get some ways around it, but it always means ordering a dish and not eating half of it or whatever. More importantly, it didn't allow me to participate in family life, right? That was one of the key things, because it was very difficult to, being at the family table and then just having something else, not having the same as my wife or my kids. And of course, forget going to any event, party, celebration, anything. Celebration, at least in Western diet, means sugar and desserts and alcohol and stuff. So all of that is out.
Yeah, and then of course you discovered the Fit High Performer, the program. What was different about this program?
It was very, very simple. There's no weighing of food, and it's all, let's say, very easily explainable and visual in a way. That's the main thing. And the other thing is that it actually works in the sense that, without feeling any hunger and with something that is absolutely sustainable. You lose weight and you keep it down.
Take us to the moment where you realized that the program was actually working to solve your problem.
I would say it was a couple of days into it, maybe a week into it, right? When you already see a very big difference and actually not feeling hungry and doing it in such an easy way. For me, that was really like, oh yeah, this shit works. Yeah.
You lost 11 kilos. Probably life's going to look a little bit different from an energy perspective. Can you tell us like what has improved throughout the time that you've been in the program now?
I had a lot of clothes that were kind of at the back of the drawer that I was not using anymore because they were too tight. And then actually just, being able to use that again, you feel much more at ease with your body, right? And honestly has gotten me to thinking, like, now that I'm thin again, maybe I can go and start training rugby again. You feel more agile, energized.
What would you tell someone who's sitting on the fence and wants to get started on their own journey?
Definitely go for it. It's for me, I mean, everybody's different, of course. And for me, what I was looking for, I highlighted in the previous answers, but it was something that was sustainable, that could do it in the long term, that allowed me those exceptions. And I say exceptions, but actually you realize very quickly that it just fits in everywhere. But essentially that allowed me to participate into family life, into friends' life, into going to restaurants, and not be the guy that is like, no, I just eat, I'll have something else. The other thing that for me was also very important is I hate being hungry. I mean, I think everybody does.
Who doesn't?
Right? So
just maybe one last thing. If you would have to put the program into 3 words, what would the words be like?
I would say it's like, it's healthy, it's sustainable. And I mean sustainable in both ways, right? Over the long term for you as a person, and if you want for the environment, as I was saying. And I'm hesitating whether last one should be easy or it should be rather effective, right? Or like it works, right?
Healthy, sustainable, effective.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Thanks, Thomas, for taking the time. Congratulations again on the milestone reached and on the trophy, right? Super hyped for that.
Thanks.